Meanwhile, a Pakistan court will pronounce its verdict against the mastermind of the 26/11 terror attack and a United Nations designated global terrorist, Hafiz Saeed. Today, the verdict on the two terror financing cases is scheduled to be announced in presence of Hafiz Saeed. The question, of course, is, will Hafiz Saeed be convicted and sent to a prison and will be given a prison term? As over the course of the last 2 decades, Hafiz Saeed has been arrested several times in Pakistan, even on charges of terror, but every time he's been allowed to walk free on the basis that there was not adequate enough evidence to convict him. The cases that are now being heard in the Special Anti-Terror Court against the Jamaat-ud-Dawah chief were filed by the Counter-Terror Department in Lahore and also in Gujranwala. These cases against Hafiz Saeed were registered in the month of July last year. Now, a total of 23 FIRs were filed against 13 individuals belonging to the Jamaat-ud-Dawah, the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Falah-e-Insaniyat Foundation. 11 of these 23 FIRs directly name Hafiz Saeed as the main culprit. These FIRs claim that the Jamaat-ud-Dawah is financing terrorism from the funds that it collects through the not-for-profit organizations and trusts that it runs. Some of the organizations that are not-for-profit that collect donations include the likes of Dawat-ul-Irshad, the Al-Anfal Trust, the Muaz bin Jabal Trust, etc. And all of these organizations are already under a ban by the Counter-Terrorism Department within Pakistan. The ban was placed on these organizations in the month of April last year after it was found that these organizations have clear links with the Jamaat-ud-Dawah. Now, Hafiz Saeed, remember, is the mastermind of the 26/11 Mumbai attacks and has been arrested no less than 16 times and has been allowed to walk free every single time. So let's take a look at some of the rather infamous cases which Hafiz Saeed has been involved in. On the 31st of December back in the year 2001, Hafiz Saeed was arrested for planning the attack on the Indian Parliament. India had called it a step forward by Pakistan, but then he was pretty soon let off and he was put under house arrest, and then he was allowed to walk free. Hafiz Saeed was again arrested on the 9th of August in 2006, this time in connection with the 2006 Mumbai train bombings. He was later released, and just 2 months later in October, charges were dropped against him. Now, following the 26/11 attacks in 2008, Hafiz Saeed was placed under house arrest. India even submitted a very detailed dossier at that time to Pakistan, which implicated him, but then Pakistan claimed that there was not enough evidence. India also raised a formal request to the United Nations Security Council to put Hafiz Saeed on the United Nations terror list. India's request to extradite Hafiz Saeed from Pakistan was rejected, and soon enough, following the usual drill, Hafiz Saeed was once again set free.